welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a huge kit here. It's the V-Tiger High-Nu, okay, which is based on the Audiio or YJL resin kit but made into a model kit. So I'm just slowly opening the box here and you can see all the runners. Yeah. Let's have a look. Here's all the runners. Yeah. The grey runners, this is the fin funnel. So this is a resin kit made into a model kit. So you're familiar with the brand Audiio or YJL. This has been made into a model kit to represent this kit. So for people who are not willing to, or do not have the skills, so to say, to build a resin kit. If you have looked at my other video, I built the Providence resin kit, which is a recast of the Audiio. Wow, that was actually a big feat. I still have two more resin kits to build and really need to prep myself. So trying now a model kit of a resin kit is going to be something of a more of a ease, I guess, in terms of building. You can see this one even has two parts molded onto the same plastic piece as well. So this is the cover of the width of the fin funnels. Yeah, you can see the details are pretty good as well. Okay, I've had this kit for close to over a year, I think, and now it's starting to build it. So this is the manual. Just have a look in the flip. So this is the how it will look like once it's built. In terms of the manual, it's pretty much quite straightforward. Yeah, you can see here all the parts, building, right? Nothing too difficult or fancy. Hopefully the build will be an easy one, straightforward one, and yeah, so quickly flip so you can show you what's inside. So again, for this V-Tiger, they also have built the new version, or the YJL new. So yeah, but I got the High-Nu because I really like the High-Nu of the Audiio. Okay, so then that's the funny part. So they've got a page here on the decals, but if you look at it, there is no decal guide. So you got to kind of like figure out the decals. So you can see here, that's the decals, and I think there's 3 sheets of it inside here. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at more of the runners here. Yeah, there's the fin, V-fin again. Then you can see there's a little bit of some chrome and chrome red parts. The chrome red parts really beautiful. You can see here. Yeah, that's the light purple or light violet shade for the High-Nu. I think the color is quite nice. A bit more of the internal parts here in grey. Then it's a bit of the yellow orange runners. Yeah. Okay, and the rest are more or less the same. I just wanted to show you. Then that's the before that, and you can see some of the transparent green parts, solid red runner. And then here you can also see the huge base. The base that comes with it, it's huge. Right? The camera can capture the whole thing. So now the interesting part, which I left to the last, is actually this box here. So as you can guess, what's inside the box? Here we go. It's got a huge, very nice inner metal frame, solid looking one. Yeah, which you then basically, I'll take it out later on and show you, but you basically built the armor on top of this inner frame, right? Very nice. Then you can see here, there's also some extra parts here, and all the different hands, some screws as well, and some connector parts. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start building this kit. Alright, let's unbox and show you the inner metal frame. So here it goes, Wow, it's huge. You can see the metal inner frame. It even has some parts already installed onto it. Sometimes with these metal inner frames, yeah, they are solid, but you need to make sure that you handle with care. Sometimes these parts can break as well. So handle them with care for sure. You can see, very beautiful, and it's very solid and heavy too. And then it has these parts here, which is actually going to be mounted for the the back, to hold the fin funnels that will come at the bottom here. So it will be attached at the bottom here. So yeah, you will eventually fit this here like so. I can feel the fitting is quite tight already, which is normal. So yeah, I will get to do some adjustments, maybe increase some back hole to allow it to fit properly. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start building the Hainu. Alright, so I've finished building quite a bit. So that's the head. I'm just still figuring out how to fit the head, because this part here, the bottom here, doesn't seem to be fitting on this so well. Okay, anyway, that's the head. Looks very nice. Yeah. And it's got transparent green eyes as well as what the head top here. And then I've already fitted the armor for the chest, back and the front. I've taken the backpack, this portion out here for now. That's basically the backpack that goes into here. I've taken it out first, fitted all these parts in here. It's, you need to, the journal doesn't explain things so well, and because you're fitting on a metal inner frame, some parts you need to slowly put them in, but in overall it does go in. Then this is basically the front skirts, so I'm gonna put them on. Yeah, so this will also take a little bit of tinkering to fit them in. Okay, so here we have the back. You got to be very careful too, not to apply too much pressure, but ensure that it goes in. Yeah, it does take a bit of positioning and making sure, so that make sure that it does go in properly. Yeah, I'm just going to do this off camera and then come back. Yeah, I don't want to stress the parts out too much. Okay, so I put all the most of them, and just show you the last one, which is the back. Just fit it in here, put a little bit of pressure, and slowly push it in. Yeah, so there. So the main body and the skirt armor all has been put in. So the next part will be to, I think, build a bit of the legs or the arms. I'm not so sure, but that's where I'm going to stop today in terms of building this guy. So far, it's not so easy as expected, but overall looks like a very beautiful kit. Yeah, and I need to get to figure out how to fit the head in too. For now, I'm just going to hold him up so you can see. All right. All right, so I finished working on the arms as well. So this is how it looks like. So there's only one part here that I find is a little bit loose, but I guess it's okay. We can see the detail of the arm. It's really beautiful. Obviously here with the resin kit, it's painted. This one is just one color, so if you want, we need to paint it. And yeah, and then that's the right arm with a bigger kind of like extension here, and then this other one, which is the left arm, whereby in here is where the beam saber is located as well. Yeah, so it's captured in here. And yeah, then we have several hands as well, so I'm just going to choose two for now. Put the trigger one so that you can hold the gun on this side. Ooh, it's very tight. Very, very tight, which is not unusual. Yeah, so I gotta increase the size of the pack a little bit and then come back once I can get that in. Yeah. All right, so I managed to fit in the hands. Hopefully they hold on. I didn't try not to make it too big or else it may not fit. Just enlarge the hole a little bit. So that's the arms all done. So let's bring in the main figure that we had yesterday. And yeah, so I've already managed to put in the head as well. It's supposed to have a poly cap underneath here in the bottom of the head, but I don't know, mine didn't have. So anyway, I improvised by using a spare poly cap, which was a little too large, and had to put a bit of blue tack or tack to make it fit. All right, so let's put on the arms now. Okay, I took it off so that I could fit the armor on. So so it does take a bit of forcing in to be not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's quite easy to get in. Yeah, and then the hand, which is a little bit not tight enough, I think. So I may need to work on it a little bit more. But anyway, just for now, this part of the right arm. Okay, so yeah, so the Tiger Hainu is now fully equipped with its arms on the main body. Yeah. Okay. Moving on, I've also finished the legs. So you actually build the legs first before the arms, and it took a bit because there's quite a number of parts here. And yeah, it looks pretty nice, pretty cool. Yeah. So I've done both of the legs as well. You can see here, it even has the thruster in here, as you can see. If you're not sure you can see, but there's a thruster in there as well. Articulation wise, not much, but you know, just the normal stuff. So let's bring in the main body that we saw just now, and let's see if we can hit the legs in. So it's just from the metal inner frame, you can see this part here. Slowly just align it and slide it in. Yep, that's quite easy. And the other leg, yep, goes in quite easily. Make sure that it goes right in on both ends. Yeah, so now the Hainu V-Tiger Hainu is all done from the body point of view. Yeah, so some parts will start falling off, but yeah, some parts are a little how would I say, a little loose, which is not too bad for this kit, I would say. And also building at a current moment, the building of this kit, you need to kind of like figure out a little bit. The manual is a little bit confusing. I guess the line drawings on the manual are not the best, but if you've built a fair bit of third-party kits and have some experience building model kits, Gunpla, you should be able to figure them out. Yeah. So the next portion will be, I think, to build some of the weapons, and then I guess the last part, which will be what we always call a repetitive job, is actually to build the backpack and the fin finals, right? All right, still the next video. Thanks, guys. All right, so I finished building the backpack. So the backpack has this cool protrusion going out, just very similar to the original Hainu, but it's got a lot more going on. You can see the level of detail and addition of stuff in here. Then you also have these two, which will actually be hooked onto this, but I just want to show you how it look like. So you have an option of whether just having this like this or with the gun, as you can see in this picture here. You just need to pop this up and then you just fit the gun here. So either you want to have it the gun or the cannon, or with this just normal cover. Okay, this is kind of like the big difference with the original Hainu. Okay, so let's go ahead Oh, sorry, before that I wanted to show you the fin funnels. Look how huge and long the fin funnels are. Yeah, so I've already fitted 3 of them onto this so that it will go onto the backpack. Which the other thing that I had an issue with here is this connector here going into this hole, this peg, is gonna be quite difficult. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do this off camera. I think there's going to be a bit of shaving that I need to do to be able to fit that in. I'm going to go do that off camera and then come back after that. But you can see there's lots going on, lots of very nice pieces that form the backpack, right? All right, so I managed to fit it in by enlarging the pack a little bit. I just want to show you how to connect the V-fins onto this part of the backpack. So you can see here that in the ends there's this part here. Once you fold it, you just push it in and it should stay, right? So like that, you just take one of these, fold it up, right? So one part is exposed and then this connector will be exposed, and you just need to slowly onto the specs here. You can see, just slowly maneuver it and push it in. You need to get the angle right and slowly push it in. It will take a couple of tries, but it will go in. Not the simplest, but just got to get your grip, position it, and slowly push it in. Yeah, something like that. Oops. Yep, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the backpack is all ready to be fitted onto the main kit. So I bring the kit here. So if you look at the back, there is one little protrusion here. Which is the connector, which you can see here. This piece, that's the connector. So, and right at the back of the main MS, you can see there is a pack around, square pack, and you just need to slowly push it in, right? Slowly. Some parts may fall off, but that's okay. And you just slowly push it in. It will go in. Yeah, see. Okay. So when the guy comes, originally the backpack is actually fitted onto the frame, the metal frame. So in order to make it easier, you remove the backpack and then slowly put the parts on and then put it back on. Okay, so yeah, so now that you can see the kit can stand quite easily. Again, that's the best part of having a metal frame, allowing it to stand on itself, right? Even with the big backpack, heavy backpack on it, right? So yeah, so he's done. That's all done. Next part is actually sorry, I moved the kit a little bit back. Is the main thrusters. You can see the main thrusters that will be hooked onto the back is so long, much longer than the original. So we have 2 of them. I had a big issue here. In here there's a shaft. The shaft that needed to go from this part to this part to connect, it couldn't go through, so I had to really use my knife to actually X-Acto knife to actually trim it down quite a bit and then slowly force it in. So it worked, but wow, it was such a painful experience to actually try getting it in. So back at the back here, you can see there is 2 packs. You just need to easily slot it in here at the back, right, like so. And then one more. Oh, really nice. Just need to slot it in. Yep, it goes in easily. And yeah, so the 2 thrusters will definitely be good in helping the kit stand as well, but like I said, it would stand by itself even without the two thrusters we saw just now. Okay, so the last part is actually the two weapons. I already built them here, and first one is the shield. I'm just going to move the kit a little bit to the back. That's the shield, beautiful shield, and that's just a connector here. Now this connector is on a runner called AA, and it's actually the one that where you will find all the hands in, and it's actually in the box where the metal frame is. Okay, so just be wary. The AA runner is that one. Okay, I was looking high and low for it, but eventually figured out, oh, it's in that bag where all the other hands, different hands are. Okay, so it's a square pack. Just push it right in. Yeah, and it will fit. So okay, this hand is a little bit difficult and keeps dropping. And then the last one is actually the beautiful gun. Okay, sorry, holding it the wrong way. So the beautiful gun with a cannon here as well, which will be fitted onto this arm here. I'm gonna remove it. I hope it can hold, because problem is it's been quite a loose hold, and you need to slowly just wiggle the gun into it, because it doesn't open up. It's kind of like a fixed arm, so to say, if you like. Okay, I'm not so sure whether I can get the finger in or not, but I will try. Yeah, slowly just move the finger and see if it can, hopefully it doesn't break, but I think it should be able to. Maybe no. So again, I'm not going to do this. Okay, yes, so you push all the way up and then slowly just slide the finger slowly, ever slowly, because it's made of some bit of a softer plastic. Then you can see, okay, so that you get the arm, the finger into the trigger hole of the gun, and yeah, so it should be able to hold. Yeah, hopefully it does, because the gun is going to be heavy. You can see, so it does go in quite okay. It will tilt the gun a little bit because it's a bit heavy, but I will be adjusting it a little bit later on by enlarging the hole or adding something to make it a little bit easier to hold the gun properly. Yep, see, it drops. Yeah, and like I said earlier, this part, it keeps coming off. So anyway, this build, I would say not the easiest build. The manual is a little confusing. I found a lot of parts a bit hard to understand, but if you have some experience and a bit of trial and error, you should be able to fit it after a few tries. But overall, the look of this kit is beautiful. The addition of the metal inner frame really helps this build, because again, this is a huge and heavy build, so it definitely helps with the holding up of this particular kit. Okay, as for the gun, I will work on it, the hand, a little bit later, and to make sure that it's able to grip the gun a little better. Okay, but as of now, I'm just going to have the gun like slanted down. If I wanted him to like aim the gun, I will definitely need to work on the back hole of this hand a little bit more. Okay, so won't touch that. Last but not least, there is a huge stand that's available for this kit as well, which you can see is huge, and you can actually place the guy on here later on. But as of now, I will just stand him like so, and work on probably some touch-up paints as well as the water slide decals. Now the thing is, there is in terms of the manual, as I showed you earlier, it just shows you a picture of the water slide decals here, sorry, but there is no guide as into how to fit the water slide. So you got to and there is actually 3 pieces of the water slide decals, sorry about angle, which makes it, you got to kind of like figure out yourself. Okay, all right, decided to just film the finish assembly of this V-Tiger High Nu. Probably going to do the decaling and panel lining some other time. So I thought I'd maybe shoot this end part of the video just to show you the full build. You can see he's a really majestic kit, right? And I really, one of my favorite kits is the High Nu. I would say this kit overall, the build is not the easiest. There's a lot of parts that are difficult to fit. The overall manual is also not that user friendly, so you need to figure out a little bit as you build this guy. But you can see, if you're willing to put up with all that, this is definitely a beautiful kit, right? No regrets in getting it, and you know, it's a very nice display piece for what it is. See, you can see here the V-funnel connections is also very loose, and it's just hanging by there because it's also very close by. You can see each of them, so they are like touching each other, and they just hooked by this small little nook here. All right, but overall, still a very beautiful kit. Yeah, so for you guys who are wondering about this kit, this one that I have doesn't come with the Mega Bazooka, so this is not the first version. The first version of this kit actually came with a big Mega Bazooka, but this one doesn't, and that one definitely is a lot more expensive. But yeah, all in all, beautiful kit. Hopefully this video has been useful to you guys who are thinking about this kit, and if you really love the High Nu and you like the resin kit that is from YJL, and you don't really have the skills nor the desire to actually attempt to build and paint a resin kit, this is really a good kit to get. All right, hopefully this video has been good and useful and informative for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Till the next one.